just need to get a good stash of stone out here. There's a crack here. Goes all the way to there. What I need to do is knock the top off to get a platform angle so I can come in and try to clean off some of this junk, get underneath this crack. We got to the crack. Tell this is going to be my days. Looks like some flakes we get out of here.
Yeah. Not onto there, just like.
Now, would flint knappers of any tradition ever take one large stone and break it up into, you know, 2 or 3 for use for different tools?
Certainly, certainly. Yeah, this one thing is you find out that some of these technologies aren't very, what you call it, efficient in some ways in terms of stone tool use. And in some ways, Clovis, I think that way about Clovis. On the other hand, the bifacial core technique that they use make these big biface cores, and when they're good rock and you can knock great big flakes off of them, it's really a very effective technique for, I think, for mobility, because you have a big core like this, get it all roughed out so that you can take big fresh flakes off of it when you need it, and then as that gets thin and gets smaller, and width especially, not so much length, you can turn it into a big point, or you can break it into 2 pieces, which we see them doing. These big flat cores are real thin, they break them, and then they take the 2 pieces and make them into points. And it's a very effective technology for, I think, for wandering around the landscape and carrying everything. Wish I was having a more effective technology today. And I'm sure if you read almost any of the textbooks, they talk about blade technology being a big advance over flake technology in terms of cutting edge and stuff. And the reality that, how can I put this calmly and nicely? Bullshit. Because it's not just blades that matter. It's how you make the blades and what you do with them. And we know that we have really good blade technologies 300,000–400,000 years ago. Ubrudian. They're making lots of blades. And that's certainly a pre-modern human kind of person or critter. No, then the question is, why do you go to blades? Why do you change the technology? And why am I saying that it's nonsense? Because when you actually get assemblages of blades and you start reconstructing the technology, you realize that they're making pre-cores. They're generally shaping cores into great big thick bifaces before they even start making blades. And you've lost about maybe 40% of the volume just getting ready for the first blade removal. It doesn't mean you can't use some of those flakes as well as tools, but a lot of those assemblages